Right, so I'm at Cambridge Lambretta. I've been going donkey's years as far as I can remember. And I thought we'd have a visit, show you around, meet Trev and the boys, and then find out a little bit more about them. There's some scooters in here, look at these ones. Anyway, let's go and meet the boys. I'm in Cambridge Lambretta. We're looking at this new fuel gauge, so I'd like to introduce you.
Hello, I'm Trevor at Cambridge Lambretta.
And then I thought we'd have a little bit of background, because a fuel gauge isn't a new idea, but if you're like me, I don't tend to look at my fuel. I'd have run out loads and loads of times, as lots of my mates will testify. So we've got a fuel gauge with a sender, and we'll have a quick chat about it.
So the reason we come about with this really was sort of by accident, because of the smaller CC bikes that are now kitted up.
Yeah.
So i.e. in our case, we've got ourselves involved with the GT kit for the D.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
obviously double the power, using more fuel.
Yeah.
Not sure when you're going to run out on 1 gallon tank, etc. And the idea sort of came about, how can we make a fuel gauge work in that? And so yeah, we simply and we thought, well, how can we make that kind of fit across the range? Obviously, the you know, the more popular Series 1, 2 and 3 models, which are the most popular, we had to do that first before we got involved with the smaller stuff, which is a smaller market. So same idea, big engines,
lots of fuel,
big carbs, etc. It's nice to know when you're going to run out.
100%. So what struck me when I saw this online was, if you look back at some of my videos where I made my own dipstick to stop me running out of fuel, obviously that hasn't worked because I still run out of fuel. I'll put a little bit in now. Let's use my dipstick that I made, see how much fuel we've got in it. So there you go, you can see that mine goes from 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 14 litres. There's not a lot of fuel in it at the moment. I would say about half a litre. And then I saw Broady's idea of the dipstick for him, which, so I bought that, as you know, and you'll probably see that in the clip now. Try the MB one, which in fairness, it's well made. Fits in nice and snug. And in this light, I can see it no problem at all. And that didn't work, and I still ran out. So this could be the solution to my problem of not checking my fuel properly. Your fuel gauge fits any petrol tank?
Any fuel tank. We've tested it on all of them.
Right, that's good.
Most fuel tanks are around 200 to 210 mil in depth, from the top to the bottom. So we made a 190 fuel gauge. It basically fits all of them.
Brilliant.
But some people that want a bigger reserve, because they've got a big carb and need more fuel, we do a 185 as an option. We also do a 175 as an option, but that's for the long range Vietnamese tank, which is only 180 deep. So we do a 175. So we've pretty much covered everything.
Not to try and catch you out, but I've just fitted the BGM tank into one of my mate's scooters, and of course it doesn't have the classic Lambretta top on it. Yeah, well, we've just literally, from our CNC man, we've just produced a adapter, screw-on adapter, so you can fit the bayonet type original fitting sender with samples are sort of pretty much on their way as we speak. I'm running DC on my unit, on my bike, so does it work on DC? It does run on DC. You can run it straight off your DC battery. Probably best to fuse it and that will jack plug then with a DC lead either straight off your battery to this, and this has got an on-off switch, so you've got the control of turning it on and off actually on the back. And as you can see, this moving up and down as you fill it with fuel.
Quite accurate, isn't it?
Yeah. This is a shorter one, I think. We got a 190, which will show you fully full. This is just an old one that we're just using as a
demo.
But so yeah, you turn it on and off there, so you control so the battery doesn't run out. If you haven't got a battery, you're totally AC. You can run it off one of these USB 9-volt batteries,
like the old PP9 style.
Yeah, and that'll give you about a day's reading, and then you can just perhaps swap it for another one while you recharge this one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So what else is there? So what about if it's AC? So if you've got an AC system, no battery, can it run off of that as well?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, it'll run off as long as you've got the facility
to have a DC out.
To have a DC via a battery.
Yeah.
But you have to have a battery for the stable current.
Right, with it. So I could literally have a DC out on my, because I've got a Veritronic on mine, to some sort of little battery of some description.
Any between 9 or 12 volt battery, probably 12 volt because it's a 12 volt system. And then just use that power literally for that.
So that's really good actually, because that means that this then, as a kit, is simple to use, because if you don't have a lot of experience, all you've got to do is mount the gauge somewhere on your scooter, run the wires through, and if you're not sure, you can just buy the one with a recharge, one battery, and away you go.
You charge it overnight in your B&B or on your battery pack.
Yeah, exactly. That's really good. So these are the adapters that are being prototyped to fit. Oh, I see. To go straight on the BGMs.
Yeah, 4.5mm pitch, which are like huge, like a fuel can. And then.
So that means that we can just put it straight on a BGM. Oh, I see, like that.
So you can see, and they come with a rubber seal. They'll come with a rubber seal in there, which are on order.
Yeah.
We suggest you perhaps put some 648 Loctite.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Screw that on and then screw that right down tight.
And away you go.
Forget about it. And then obviously, you know, you've got a sender somewhere around here, and your conventional sender will just fit
straight in.
Well, this is a high one.
Yeah, so it's not going to fit.
Oh no, it does. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was wrong. There you go.
In, and that's it. Simple as that.
We've measured that. The flap just literally, just about touches the top, so you should just be able to get your flap down, and you can probably adjust this, to be fair, slightly down. It has got some movement in it.
Yeah.
So
happy days.
Same idea. So, and we'll be doing these in both fuel gauge version and SIP tacho.
Oh, so you can go straight, if you've got a digital SIP speedo, you can go straight to the
low fuel warning light.
Oh, that's good.
And also you can use it with an LED light if you prefer that. If you don't like the modern look, you want it classic looking. That's come straight off of his DC battery with
the switch.
There's a jack lead.
Yeah.
And that's been that's got a fused live from the battery that goes into there, and on there, and it same thing again.
So straight away you know exactly what you've got.
You know where you can almost see that moving and going down as you as you're opening it up on this thing. Well, you know you get a stainless steel fuel on off thing.
Yeah.
You know, it got no movement because it's not on a rubber. It's in a stainless steel little case thing. So it's just there.
Sticking out.
You can't move it left or right, but with these, you can turn it. So we sell these, and they're bendy wendy. They'll turn a corner, however much of a turn you need, and you slide that on the. You take the brass
bit off the fuel tank.
Knuckle off, yeah. Push that on that way. Screw it down with two of them. Put it on that way, and that turns it around the back of the carb.
Yeah.
And if you've got the same issue with a small carb, where they haven't got so much room, we've got the small version. Does the same thing. That'll go so that the throttle will still go up and down without it And then if you've got a short arm and a small version, we've got a longer one where it don't quite reach that does the same thing.
Superb.
And I can show you one fitted on a customer's bike while it's there.
On the fuel tap,
He's got two on that because he's just got such a bad turn on it. But you can see.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
And if you turn that, you just sort of turn that. And the action of that is beautiful. It's just
nice
so
and
smooth and it's not.
That's good.
They're called a flexi joint.
There's a host of scooters for sale, different models and variations, and some stuff that I've never seen before, and probably you haven't even. Like, you know, look at that, a Lambretta 48 moped, 1958. But I thought I'd give you a tour of the shop, and then we'd have a quick look around the stores, show you what these boys do, because they do literally everything by the look of it. My God, there's some stuff packed into here, from gaskets, nuts and bolts. Check all that out, like every single nut and bolt you could ever want. Loads of bits for scooter cables, you name it, kits, pistons, Variatronic kits, the important bit, the kettle. What we got round here? More bits, there's an upstairs. I'll tell you what, you've packed some stuff in here, that's for sure. You really have. Is there nothing you don't stock really, is there? Because your online website is brilliant. I mean,
yeah, we got some. I think we got some A model bits.
Oh wow!
Sort of.
Model A, bloody hell.
Not a huge stock, but people still want this stuff. There's all the Vega bits there.
Vega, Model A, Model D. J range. Bloody hell.
J range, just general sort of shiny.
Superb.
Tools,
yeah. Bloody hell, eh? We've got the workshop where it all happens. And I'm not joking you, it is really clean and tidy in here. You could probably eat your dinner off the floor, whatever. 4 ramps. It literally is like a Formula 1 workshop, look.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's everything that you use. I mean,
It's a bit slower.
Things that you do at Cambridge Lambretta, obviously you do scooter servicing, engine builds. Yeah. Upgrades. And I see you got a new exhaust. Is exhaust coming out?
Yeah, we've got a new exhaust that we've.
What's that, more of a touring style?
Yeah. It's based sort of loosely around a sort of a mid-range road pipe.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of over rev.
Yeah.
But it's got nice clearance. It's well made. It's made of sort of slightly thicker grade steel, and it's got nice clearance.
Which is what everyone wants.
It's an all-rounder.
Right, well, that's me done at Cambridge Lambretta. Loads of stuff going on. Give them a shout if you're local. That's going to be the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, give us a like, a subscribe. Go and check out Cambridge Lambretta. Maybe place an order with them. Support your local scooter shop. Don't forget, if you've got some work done or you want a fuel gauge, this is a place to come.